Ladies and gents, welcome in to our first live stream here, day 6, I believe, of the FIFA World Cup. And we've got the big one. The champions are in town. It's Argentina taking on Algeria for this matchup here. And look, people may say it's going to be straightforward. It's not going to be straightforward. Argentina have a lot of quality. I know that. But Algeria as well. Team that went very, very solid in the AFCON, got beaten on the day by Nigeria, but contain a lot of talent that we see in the top European leagues. Let's go through the lineups of both these two sides here, starting with the defending champion, Argentina. Of course, Emi Martinez is in goal off the back of the Golden Glove at the last tournament. Facundo Medina is at left back. Montiel is at right back. It is Lisandro Martinez and Christian Romero at the heart of the defence. The midfield trio remains Rodrigo De Paul, Enzo Fernandez, and Alexis McAllister. And the front line contains Thiago Almada, who replaces Di Maria from the World Cup final. Lautaro Martinez starts at top ahead of Julian Alvarez. And of course, Lionel Messi is on the right-hand side for this one here. Now coming to Algeria, a very familiar name, Zinedine Zidane. His son, Luka Zidane, is in goal. Bergali at right back, Ait-Nouri left back, and Bensebaini of Borussia Dortmund at centre-half alongside Mandi, the skipper. It is Musa on the right, Shaibi from Frankfurt on the left, Bentaleb back in midfield with Budadi in there, and Ibrahim Maza alongside Giri up top. He had a good season for Marseille. In terms of options from the bench, Tagliafico, Otamendi, Valentin Barco, Giuliano Simeone, Nico Paz, and Julian Alvarez with options for Argentina. For Algeria, we got Houssem Aouar, Riyad Mahrez, Mohamed Amoura, and Ben Bouali on the bench as options they can bring on. Looks like a 4-3-3 for Argentina. Messi obviously will float wherever he needs to float in this side. They will work around him. And for Algeria, it's looking like a 4-4-2 on paper. Have to wait and see though how they line up come the start of this one. They are 4 years older. That's what I said in the podcast for Argentina, but they're still such a dangerous side, especially with that man on screen, Lionel Messi, in the front line. Wherever he plays, down the middle, on the left, on the right, in the centre circle, he will impact a game. And as I said, Algeria got a very, very strong side. Players like Bensebaini, Ait-Nouri, Ibrahim Maza, Bentaleb, Shaibi, Gui, and Musa, all featuring on the top European stage. So don't rule them out. Vladimir Petkovic, the coach. A lot of expectations for this one here. Yes, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals by a strong Nigeria side. Expectations they go deep in this tournament here. Argentina look to join Italy and Brazil as the only countries to go back-to-back at the FIFA World Cup finals. They start their defence of the title here in Kansas versus Algeria. All is in readiness now. This afternoon kickoff here in Kansas. The countdown's on. We are underway here in Kansas. Argentina in the blue and white stripes, traditionally from left to right. Algeria in their full green chain strip from right to left. Both these sides' campaigns get kicked off here in Kansas. Expectations high for both sides. Externally, not as much chat about Argentina. Not many people giving them a chance, but when you've got Lionel Messi and you've got the pedigree of this side, you're always a chance in this tournament. And already a foul on the Argentinian side. It feels like we're in Buenos Aires out there. Strong Argentinian contingent here in Kansas. There's Lionel Scaloni. The man who's just managed Argentinian sides, but heavily regarded as one of the best in world football because of what he did last time around for this nation. So Lionel Messi basically playing alongside Lautaro, and looks like Rodrigo Rapol will drift out wide right to cover him off in a bit of a 4-4-2 shape for the Argentinian side. Here's Bensebaini. Lofted ball over the top. Was it looking for Shaibi? Had Bundesliga link up down that left-hand side there, but unable to do so. Now Martinez can get this ball back into play. Now it's Vladimir Perkovic, the Algerian coach. Bensebaini flying in, winning that challenge. There's Ait-Nouri, the Manchester City man. Algeria having some good moments here in the opening 2 minutes. Mazza into some trouble. Ait-Nouri comes flying in. The Polish referee says play on. Ait-Nouri again. And Lionel Messi coming back to defend. Oh, loose. And Mazza already causing a problem there with the high press from Algeria. Here's Molina. To Coutinho and Romero, who's had a less than great season with Tottenham Hotspur, both on and off the pitch. Alexis McAllister. He also had a less than great season for Liverpool, but will look to bounce back in. All these Argentinian players, they lift a different level when they're in the blue and white stripes. Already great noise in the Kansas City arena. Ball looking long for Molina. There's Lautaro Martinez! Oh! I think Inter Milan, man. Denied by Zidane in goal. That's offside in the end. Coming for a great season with Inter Milan winning the domestic title. 22 goals and 6 assists in all competitions for him. The skipper of Inter Milan, an energizer for them. As I always say, he is the litmus test of how well a team goes. Whether it be Argentina, whether it be Inter, if he's playing well, if he's involved, that side is going to be winning trophies. Skipper Mandy goes back to Lucas Zidane in goal. Here is Bensebaini. It's a loose pass. Broken up by Coutinho and Romero. Another Premier League player, Alessandro Martinez at the back as well. Strong Premier League and Bundesliga presence this one here. So there's a large amount of Atleti Madrid players for this Argentina side. McAllister into DePaul. Enzo Fernandez now put into a little space that Messi can run onto, but I think a little bit too much of the magician. First ever player to appear at 6 FIFA World Cup finals. Most appearances ever at a FIFA World Cup as well. A ball into Lautaro, well hold up, and Messi's around the corner. Here goes Messi! Goal for Argentina! That's a little magician to do it again! And a little Messi. Oh, he's flagged off for offside. Is he off? Oh, yes, he is. It was almost a perfect start for the Argentines. I just hear the crowd reaction. I thought it was a goal still. Even they were put off. But early warning signs for Algeria. Messi making it stick in the early moments. That's a worrying sign. Way too easy down that right-hand channel. And Lautaro Martinez, the perfect partner for Lionel Messi. A hold-up man, somebody who works hard, compete in the 50-50 duels, able to lay the ball off to the great magician. Narrow. Argentina come back again. Messi, little flick. Bensebaini in the way. Obviously playing now over a season in MLS. He's had a lot of time to rest. Lionel Messi and ready for this one here. Begali. Thiago Almada doing the defensive work there. Alexis McAllister can free Molina. Here's Guti Romero. Montiel now. Here's Enzo. Just ahead of Montiel. I'm going to bring that ball under his control. Obviously, the winner of the FIFA World Cup final last time. Just slightly offside, Messi. It's good action here from Algerian left-hand side. Geary. Mazza. The man from Leverkusen had a great campaign. One of the players I've highlighted in the tournament preview. Oh, it's a great ball for Mazza. Is this the opening? Algeria! And it Francis Shaibi. They've come to spoil the party, and they have. Shaibi with a goal. And the Frankfurt man has rolled Algeria into the lead. It's been a very open start to the proceedings here. And Algeria have made the most of it. Shaibi with the ball. Oh, he might be off. He might be offside. Mazza played the ball. But that free frame made it look like he was offside. He wrong foots Emi Martinez, opens his body up and then goes near post. And the Villa keeper can't react in time, but this may be chalked off. It's already been given offside. Wow. 2 goals ruled off in the opening 8 minutes. We've got a game in our hands here. Mazza, what's a ball to find Shaibi? What a pass here in Mazza to find there is Shaibi. In the end, deemed offside though. 2 offside goals for Messi and Shaibi. We have had a crazy start here in Kansas. McAllister, Messi, makes it stick. Enzo Fernandez as Argentina look to work into the Algerian half. McAllister. Into Lautaro. The ball looking for Messi, but broken up in there. And multiple fouls, I thought. Enzo just a little bit late there on Boudaoui. Algeria showing their quality already. Inside 10 minutes. We'll see what we can do. It's about how they can stay strong here, though. Because Argentina will have a large portions of possession. And dangerous possession at that. Ait-Nouri, great touch and take. And skips past Montiel. And brought to ground by Montiel. Polish referee says, let me know card there, though. Really sharp turn of speed there. He's going to be their out ball. That's left-hand side there. Mazza Ait-Nouri and Shaibi. All incredibly dangerous for this Algerian side. So Shaibi stands over it, as well as Musa. So Musa lays it off. Shaibi plays the channel. Now Musa. Messi gets a foot in. It's out of play, though, for a corner kick. The pause went to ground. The referee said no foul. In the end, though, we got to win the goal kickoff. Ryan Ait-Nouri. First World Cup in a while for Algeria. Look at that offside call. Very similar to Lionel Messi. It's almost exactly the same. First World Cup since 2014 for the side. AFCON winners in 2019. They've had recent success there. Much disappointment there amongst Algerian fans. I've read about the AFCON this recent year. Listen and look at the noise. Fans on their feet here. Martinez now. Here's Montiel. Ball to the channel. All broken up. Badawi. Loose. Away from Marseille centre forward Guiri. Messi. McAllister. Enzo. Armada. Looking for Lautaro, but able to squeeze the ball through to the Inter Milan man. Messi obviously doubts about his fitness prior to this game. Went off from the last games in the lead up to this tournament with a hamstring problem, but seems to be all right out there today. Making challenges, getting involved in the midfield. Doing what he does best. Not a player that necessarily runs around the park, though, does he? If you get a Messi cam, you'll see him walking for most of the matchup. This ball given away. Here come Argentina the other way. Enzo. Here's Romero now. Sandro Martinez. Enzo Fernandez now back with Cuti Romero. McAllister around the corner. Broken up though. Ibrahim Maza. Bensebaini in Algeria can control. I'm going to try and match Argentina in terms of time on the football. Take time out of what they can do on the ball by having it themselves. They're nippy in midfield, Argentina, but other areas of the park, they're vulnerable. They can be beaten. Still, however, a top side. Top of the CONMEBOL qualifiers to get to the World Cup. Obviously, champions in South America also. Messi's going to chop inside of Shaibi. Ait-Nouri gets a foot in. Going to be busy today, Ryan Ait-Nouri. Dealing with Lionel Messi. Martinez into Enzo Fernandez. Here is Liverpool midfielder Alexis McAllister. Cuti Romero back to Emi Martinez in goal. I might have just tripped on the ball for a second. But stay with it. Messi. Couple give and goes with Alexis McAllister. Oh, fist ball into Messi. He can turn. Here goes little Messi. Messi! What a goal! The magician strikes! Little Messi with a rocket. But the GOAT does what he does best. Finds the back of the net. And that's special for Messi. What a turn. One touch. And then pick that out. Messi again. This tournament is his playground. And he's done it again. The number 10 on his back, and it's 10 out of 10 finish here. Look at this. From the edge of the D. Top right corner. Splendid. Sumptuous finish. Zidane gets a little touch on it. But too much power. Too much accuracy. Oh, maybe the keeper could do better. But Lionel Messi, he does what he wants. Argentina lead. Sensational start from Selassie. And Algeria have to chase this Argentina lead now. That could mean more spaces for Messi and Lautaro to operate into. It's a dream start for Lionel Messi. It's a dream start for Argentina. He's now only 2 goals away from Miroslav Klose's record for goals in the World Cup. Mazza. Must we forget, Messi had scored an offside goal earlier, and then within 5 minutes, Algeria scored an offside goal. So can they strike back now with a goal of their own? Bensebaini. Left it in behind. It's out of play. Magali unable to keep that one in the white lines. $118th goal for Argentina. This guy is just inevitable when he's in blue and white. Needs a feet there around the corner. Montiel. To the pull. To continue to play with Messi domestically. Zidane. Bensebaini again. Into Mazza. Around the corner for Bentaleb. Space for Mandy, the skipper. Dream start for Argentina. Dream for Messi as well. Especially with myself included, many forgetting his quality as he just takes the mickey a bit in the MLS. That quality and ability is still there at the top level. This is a top level side in Algeria. You'd probably say a top 4 African side of this World Cup. Players from the top European leagues, and it makes you think if he was still at Barcelona or Paris Saint-Germain, he probably could still do it. So Messi on 17 minutes. Scored one earlier, which was chalked off for offside. Same as Faris Shaibi. Algeria, to be fair, for a large portion of these opening 21 minutes, have been chasing McAllister. Messi around the corner looking for Lautaro. Pinballing around in there between the Algerian defenders. Deport. Martinez. The first touch of all these players looks touch tight. Medina. That link up once again, I forgot to say it. Rodrigo Deport into Messi. To the back of the net. And that is what they've been building at Inter Miami. McAllister does well to hold off the challenge of Guiri. Again, as I said, it feels like we're in the heart of South America right now. The Argentinian fans are out in force. Messi, away from one challenge. Finding Almada. Messi again. Another drink pass to Almada. Messi once more. Look at him work. Lionel Messi. Just a little bit overhit. And Ait-Nouri can clean that one up for Algeria. Clearance is poor. No, Argentina get the ball back. Here is Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea. Right now, Algeria just happy to sit in their shape. They don't really open up too many opportunities as he saw. When they did, Messi had the space to turn. That was too much for him. This is how difficult this Argentinian side can be to play, because Messi brilliance gives them 1-0 lead, and then you're too scared to go out and press because this side plays for Messi so well. They know how to work off him. And that's why I probably have to correct my statement. Yes, they're 4 years older, but they're 4 years better with playing with Lionel Messi, because these players are basically the starting 11 from that World Cup final in Qatar. That side worked for Messi so well. To be fair, there's a few Algerian flags in the crowd, but all I see is that blue and white of Argentina everywhere. That's to the quarter-time interval. Argentina 1, Algeria 0. Messi, the difference maker so far. I'll leave for a short break to the hydration break. We'll be back in a minute's time. Ladies and gents, we are back. Not too far away from resuming after our quarter-time interval. Lionel Messi, the difference maker, as it currently stands, and haven't we got used to saying that sentence over the last few years? The defence of the Crown has gone as expected so far. A real dominant display here versus Algeria, who, in their own right, you had the ball in the back of the net, but it was deemed offside against Fadis Shaibi. Well, in Kansas here, it's a very strong Argentinian crowd, and they're all here to see the magician do his thing, and that's what they've seen so far, 27 minutes into this first half. Questions around Lucas Zidane. Could he have done better, stronger hands to kick that ball out the back of the net? But almost to a T. Rodrigo de Paul into Messi and into the back of the net. Nice touch there from Almada. Musa. Well pressed from Enzo. Lautaro running seconds. Musa kept the football for Algeria. Has a look to pick out Giri, but Alexis McAllister got a left foot out and broke the play up. Argentina continue to show their quality on the football. Their one-touch, two-touch stuff in tight areas remains almost undefeated, as we see here. And if we're talking about initial reactions and expectations, when many of the big sides have sort of faltered in the early moments and come better later in games, Argentina have started like a house on fire. Either the conditions of the cooler weather, starting later in the day in Kansas, or is it a case of they are the real deal yet again? That ball for Lautaro, brought to ground by Bensebaini. There's a little Dortmund versus Inter Milan matchup. No foul given to the referee. As we tick towards the half-hour mark. Probably an important time, that drinks break for Algeria. Well, a lot of talk about how ridiculous it is, but if you're a losing side or a side under pressure, you absolutely take it. Take the sting out the game, remove momentum, and start again after the break. That's what I look to do here. Bensebaini into feet around the corner from Shaibi, but too much for Ait-Nouri to go and keep in play. Obviously, France dominate this morning. 3-1 victory over Senegal. Great second half display from Mbappe and Olise securing that result. And then just prior to this, Norway, in the end, gained much better of Iraq 4-1. Late dominance on that side to get that goal difference up. And there's one more game coming up after this. Austria and Jordan face off. Might be streaming that considering how my voice goes. The ball around the corner. Great little flick from Lautaro. Back to the ball. Lautaro once more. McAllister. They've been so much better. Tight spaces than I expected. There's that South American flair on display. Montiel. Romero. Medina back to Emi Martinez in goal. Nice little floater into Lautaro, chests it to a T to Rodrigo de Paul, who of course finds little Messi. On the turn, Messi. Pass on the ground, broken up by Megali. Oh, too many touches from Andy. Almost got himself into trouble. On the back of the calf there, Mandy. That's a bad challenge. Ooh. If it wasn't anyone but Lionel Messi, you might have got a yellow card there. If I had to be quite real there. I think Mandy wanted the VAR check there. That was checked quite quickly and cleared, so no red card for Messi. So Algeria again on the football. These two sides faced off in 2007. It was a result in favour of Argentina then. 4-3 on that occasion in a friendly in 2007. We'll take something like that today. Here is Mazza. Bentaleb. Badawi, I thought got fouled there by Almada, but nothing doing to the referee. Now the other way. Here is Almada. Going toe-to-toe with Bagali. And winning that battle. Oh, thought he wanted to throw there. Bagali can come away with it, though. Challengers flying in from both sides. So far, though, not much to talk of from Algeria in particular in response to that goal. Some teams can come out their shape and start to make things tick, but they haven't. To be fair, only one shot in the game, and that is Messi's goal. Outside of that, there is nothing to speak of. The two other shots came in offside actions. So one shot, one goal for this game. 110 more passes for Argentina. And double the final third entries of their African counterparts. Kiri just coming and tripping Alexis McAllister there. Floated ball in, Messi the target. Ait-Nouri heads away. McAllister wins the seconds. Here is Enzo. Oh, the ball cut back. Just pinballing in there. Medina making the run on the outside. Thiago Almada of Atletico Madrid. Ball goes back for Emi Martinez. He's had little to nothing to worry about today. One of those days for him in goal. Long ball. Great hold-up play from Thiago Almada. And Bagali's going to pick up a yellow card for pulling him down. No, he won't. The referee's been quite kind there. Free kick for Argentina. 35 yards out. Messi and the paw stand over it. Only one man can take this one, you'd think. Messi goes for goal. That was speculative. For someone of his quality, I guess he can do that. There's Lionel Scaloni, watches on. Ait-Nouri into the Montiel challenge. Messi can turn and turn beautifully. And feeding Lautaro Martinez, who dinks the ball in. Just has a little bit too much pace for Thiago Almada. A lot of finger pointing here in this Algerian side. A lot of frustrated looks. Once again, a little Messi starting that attack. Whenever he gets on the ball, he's a magnet. Opposition players come to him. Others around him are open. Here's Ibrahim Maza on the turn on the halfway line. After the ball not fully dealt with. And Lisandro Martinez has to come in for the tackle. I'm going to throw for his side. Martinez now. Ball, Lautaro, great hold up. Almada will retrieve it. Now Messi. Lionel Messi. Dangerous ball. Enzo Fernandez. Great footwork from Enzo. Magali with him. Now Messi. Give and go with Almada. Not able to get on the end of it. And offside in the end. I think against Almada. Lautaro Martinez looks like their heartbeat right now. Him and Messi are working very, very well with each other. One runs in, one drops in, one spins in behind. Constantly making this backline second guess himself. Open up passages for the likes of Enzo and Almada and De Paul to operate into. Really like the shape that Argentina are playing with right now. Giddy. Maza himself in the centre of the park. Not used though. Now with Bensebaini. Right, Ait-Nouri, the Manchester City fullback. What a busy year for him. Phased out by Nico O'Reilly in the end, and he ended up being probably the left back of the season. So disappointing one for Ryan Ait-Nouri. He'll look to try and work back into that Manchester City starting 11 under Enzo Maresca. Here is Musa. Pentaleben. Mazza near him. That's a great ball. Shaibi. And Martin has to parry it behind for a corner kick. That's better from the Algerian, attack. A short corner to Giri. That's the edge of Badawi. Good effort. The header was poor from Shaibi. Here it is again. Whoa. Great pass from Rodrigo De Porto in between the lines, and then Messi from there. Just splendid. Badawi. Great give and go. And keeps going. And Maza. And in the end, Montiel does well. And Messi turns away. It's 3-on-5. Now 4-on-5. Still in favour of Algeria, but the Argentinian numbers are coming. Pass left a little bit short of Enzo, but he got it on to Thiago Almada. It's Almada! Always rising. Wasted chance for Argentina on the counter. And surprisingly, Lionel Messi was the cause of that counter-attack fizzling out. Just left the pass short of Enzo Fernandez, and that killed it. This game played between the third, it sort of feels like, in that middle third of the ground. Argentina has been impressive, but Algeria have done enough defensively to keep them at bay. That'll be a positive to take into half-time if they trail still. So we kept Argentina relatively quiet. Yes, they had some great passages and dangerous actions, but they weren't able to go and score 2 or 3 on us once they scored that first. As Argentina can do so well, pile on the pressure. Shaibi's touch invited Montiel to go and win that one. His pass just kept in play, but Pentaleb did well. And a shove in the back of Ibrahim Azza from Alexis McAllister. There's some great young African stars in Bouadi, Ibrahim Mazza, Shaibi, say Bari as well from Morocco. There's been a lot of good players. And obviously Yan Diamande, another one to add to that list as well. Ball drilled in. There's Shaibi. Skips away from Cuti Romero. Shaibi! Shot ahead the 40th row at that point. Didn't get on top of that ball, but that's danger for Argentina. That's the threat that Algeria possess. Looking really well playing between the lines. These attackers are dropping deep and then trying to get at the back line. Here's Bentaleb. Mazza. Bentaleb again. Look good in midfield, as he used to in the Premier League. Kitty dropping in and spinning in behind. Shaibi. Giri. Begali. Giri again. Danger from Algeria here. And Shaibi's ball. Going straight into the side netting. Wasted chance for Algeria there. Ticking towards stoppage time now. 4 minutes to come. There it is confirmed. 4 minutes of stoppage time to come. So just 1 more minute on top of the 3-minute interval. First half, that's flown by. It's been encapsulated by that Lionel Messi goal on the 17th minute. His Argentinian side lead as we go into half time here, unless Algeria have something else to say about it. Ryan Ait-Nouri skipping past 2 or 3 and continue going for Giri. And he ran into Lisandro Martinez and corner kick for Algeria. Their second of the first half. Shaibi looks to take this one here. Go into the box, not a short corner this time around. It's a low-driven one. Oh, dealt with one McAllister at the near post. Messi directed header to the ball. Badawi got in there though. And Algeria get possession back. A minute played in first half stoppages, 3 to come. Algeria just looking to enforce the issue here in the final moments. Oh, great move for Mazza, chopping inside of McAllister. And away from Enzo Fernandez. Ball attempted in by Musa, but that was broken up. Argentina can get back on the football. Does feel like Shaibi and Mazza are the real keys for Algeria. They need to be on the football almost 24/7 for them because others are giving the ball away. Sandro Martinez will just walk this ball up. McAllister. Messi's dropped in deep here. Badawi's basically man-marking Messi as he has come in a deeper position to come and retrieve. Martinez incredibly got the header down, but no one reacted to it. Badawi. Shaibi and Ait-Nouri in this left-hand channel. Here is Ryan Ait-Nouri. Looks like nutmeg Montiel. Able to do so. Amada gets there. Does well. Does well again. Ait-Nouri apparently won the ball, says the referee. Scaloni and Co on the bench not happy. Algeria with the last minute here. In stoppages. Musa. Great body feint. And again, still Musa. Shots off. And deflected around in there. In the end, Emi Martinez could just comfortably claim that. That's a poor foul from Bagali. No need to do that. Got tangled up with Molina. Here's a classic, is it me? Of course it is. The last chance of the first half for Argentina. Messi. It's a great looking delivery. McAllister heads over. And that sends us into half-time. So then, Lionel Messi's goal in the 17th minute is the point of difference. Argentina have looked good without causing too many problems for this Algerian low block. They had some chances late on, unable to put them in the back of the net. But as it currently stands, the defending champs are off to a perfect start. It's Lionel Messi's goal. That means Argentina lead 1-0 into the major break. Ladies and gents, welcome back. Second half action, just seconds away now. Lionel Messi with the goal in the first half, and that proves to be the difference between the two sides as we currently stand. Molina on for Montiel at the interval. And there's the solo change. We are underway. The countdown has come to a close. Second half action here from Kansas. Algeria's get kicked off in their green strip from left to right. Argentina in their traditional colours from right to left. Algeria have not made any substitutions despite trailing to that splendid Messi strike from outside the box. It's going to take something special, you feel like, to beat Argentina today. They've looked on it. Despite not creating a plethora of chances, have been very, very comfortable in possession. And too much, I think, at times for Algeria to stop. Tackle sliding in there and winning it. From Molina. Rodrigo de Paul on screen. He made that fantastic assist in the first half. Here is Mandy. A lot of games that we've streamed have actually ended 1-1. So let's see if we get any more goals in this one or the same result. Here is Mandy. Long crossfield pass to find Ryan Ait-Nouri on the left-hand side. Now, you put here, Mazza. What can the creator do? Mazza, dinked ball. Musa. Ran into the Argentinian brick wall containing Enzo Fernandez. That Lionel Messi. Musa wins that back off him. Bensebaini. Good period of attacking play here from Algeria. Ball whipped in to no one in particular. Bentele picks it back up. Now with Ait-Nouri. Mazza. Ran into some trouble there. Algeria have it back. Messi fouled. Good period, though, for Algeria. 2 or 3 minutes in control of the football. Forcing Argentina back in their shape. Problem being, you can't really see a way of them against an Argentinian low block finding a way through. There's no real heading power on this side. Despite how short the Argentinian backline is, it's going to be between the lines, you think. They're going to find a way through. Dink long ball. Off his line comes Lucas Zidane and heads comfortably to Ryan Ait-Nouri. Through one there by Ryan Ait-Nouri off Rodrigo de Paul. Deep in his own half. And hoisted forward. There is Lisandro Martinez winning that header. On as far as Bentaleb. Best start from Algeria. They've possessed the ball well. The early moments in the second half. That's a great ball to Ibrahim Maza. Got him in behind the midfield. Ran into Christian Romero though. And Romero won the football. Once again, Argentinian backline holding solid and strong. Shaibi with the press. It's had a play will be a Algerian throat. That Bengali will take. Oh, it's a loose set of possession there for Budai. Messi. Think ball dealt with by Bengali. Now Enzo Fernandez. Driving forward. Setting up Messi, the edge of the area again. Dink ball. Great headed intervention because Enzo Fernandez was in behind and unmarked. Algeria having to produce some rear guard action here. Able to play out. Messi again. Space to shoot. Messi! High and wide of the goal. Nearly splendid from the number 10 again. They just back off too much. Bentaleb has to go closer, tighter to Lionel Messi. Got to stop the most dangerous player on the pitch. What they saw in the first half. Surprised they didn't close him down almost instantly. Maza brought down by Christian Romero, who's a tight marking of the Bundesliga player, who by far has looked Algeria's brightest spark. The question is when Riyad Mahrez and Amoura will come on, because those two were vital for qualifying. Amoura, the top goal scorer in the African qualifying stages for Algeria. And Riyad Mahrez is undoubtedly one of the best products to ever come out of Algeria in general. Here's Mandy. Ball turned over. Ryan Ait-Nouri wins it. Deflects in the middle of the park. Big battle to be won. And it was won by Enzo Fernandez. And Lautaro Martinez has played through. Rodrigo de Paul. The cutback. Poor. That's a wasted chance from Rodrigo de Paul. Someone of his quality has to be better. Alexis McAllister. Medina. Now with Lisandro. Someone's going down on the far side. They wanted a foul. Referee letting it play. Musa. Great foot in. Great battling. Enzo comes the other way. Messi. Rodrigo to pause on the right-hand channel. He's played it through to Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro! Big save from Lucas Zidane. Messi again able to pick out a pass. Needle in a haystack style. This has gone down too easily there. Good effort from Lautaro. Someone's always fighting to keep his spot in his Argentinian side. When you've got to play like Julian Alvarez on the bench, a lot of pressure on the performance. Martinez long. No dealt with there by Belgali. Yeah, he fouled. Substitution time now for these two sides, and almost on command. Lautaro Martinez will make way for Julian Alvarez. And then Nico Gonzalez will come on as well. Listen to the reception for Julian. He's linked to Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Paris Saint-Germain as well. The Spider. Thiago Almada will make way. Nico Gonzalez to come on. The Juventus man. Mandy. I know he kept it in play, but then lost possession out. So Molina currently is at right back. Gonzalez will play on the left-hand side. And Julian Alvarez will play up top, with Messi obviously next to him. Big first 10 minutes here out of the second half for Algeria. They haven't conceded. Now they can try and work their way into this second half action. They keep it to 1-0 and take their chance when they get it. We could have a grandstand finish here. Ait-Nouri. Mazza have to find a way to get him space to operate into. He's their man. Kiri, Mazza. Back to Ibrahim Mazza. Coutinho Romero in the way. That's a better response from Algeria. Good in tight spaces, forcing Argentina back. Musa, forced to ground, but the referee is not buying anything today. Enzo Fernandez. Romero. Comes off Shaibi. A throw for Molina to take. Lionel Scaloni taking a big drink of water there. Pep Guardiola style. Here is Bensebaini. Mazza, now with Bentaleb. Couple of whistles from the fans. Algeria slowly build their way up from the back. Ait-Nouri runs into trouble. That trouble was Rodrigo de Paul, who finds Messi in the centre of the park, and that's a well-weighted pass on the outside of the foot. Runners including Nico Gonzalez at the back post. It's going to get there. Oh, what a challenge from the skipper, Mandy. If not, Nico Gonzalez had an open opportunity at goal. Well-weighted pass from Rodrigo de Paul. I thought with a bounce it would have gotten the better of Mandy, but a great sliding effort from the Algerian centre-half. Corner kick for Messi. So then Messi. It's a low one. Finally dealt with by the Algerian back line, and they hook clear to the centre circle where Emi Martinez is waiting. Sends it back where Messi is. Little flick around the corner for Nico Gonzalez, who keeps it alive. Dangerous ball in. He's going to fall to Alexis McAllister with a rocket. Messi there for the tap-in! Lionel Messi makes it 2! Messi again! Argentina 2 to the good. And as the magician once more on the World Cup stage. He's one behind Miroslav Klose now for the most goals in a FIFA World Cup. That was a poacher's type effort. First to react to Lucas Zidane parrying the ball into a very, very dangerous position. It all starts here. Martinez long to Messi. Gonzalez, ball across the box is really dangerous. It's headed out as far as Martinez, who hits a low fizzer. And Zidane, you got to catch, you got to parry into a safer spot than that. But once he parries it, there's only one man reacting first, and that's Lionel Messi. It's a swerving ball, but you've got to be better if you're Lucas Zidane. He has not helped them one bit today. Messi again. This guy just is too good on the World Cup stage. This could get ugly enough for Algeria if they have to chase this game. There could be a chance for 3 or 4 here for Argentina. Musa. Stood up. Giri, the target. That would by Argentina's back line. And Sandro Martinez heads towards the corner flag. Mandy. Mazza. That pass broken up by Rodrigo de Paul, then smartly dinks it over the top of Mazza. I just feel might be tiring out there. There's had a lot of attention on him. One thing being a part of a midfield trio and not the major sole target. Another thing leading your country at a World Cup and being the main option. That burden and that stress weighs heavy. And of course, Argentina, with their limited chances, have had both scored by Lionel Messi. Great hold up play for Enzo Fernandez and deeming to be fouled there. And now it's time for subs for Algeria. Riyad Mahrez ready to come on. Hamouda also. And that's MOR. The big names coming on. Hamouda, Awar, Bensebaini long. All the big names now. It's Algeria side, including probably their best ever, Riyad Mahrez. And Hamouda, who, the former Wolfsburg man, was absolutely superb in their qualifying stages. Julian Avram was, Harris will chase this ball down. Bensebaini across though. So Musa, Giri and Boudaoui make away. Around the corner from McAllister. Here goes Messi. A catch for the hat-trick. Messi! Oh, what a save from Zidane. Oh. And after handing him his second, he denied him his third. Look at Infantino. He loves it. That was it for Lionel Messi. And the fans respond. They sing his name. Not his best ever finish. Zidane, though, made an important save by standing up. Messi short to Julian Alvarez. Rodrigo de Paul. Key Messi just coming from the touchline there from Lionel Scaloni. Messi into Alvarez. His pass was loose. And here come Algeria, but stopped. Scaloni demanding messages from that touchline there. Mazza. Had some great games in the lead up to this tournament. Algeria, 4 unbeaten entering it. Only one loss since 2025. Great turn and chance here. Blocked away. 24 goals in African qualifying was the second most of any side as well. So they've come into this tournament with a lot of belief. But Argentina entered the tournament of 7 consecutive victories. Previous loss to Ecuador, who were stunned, I think, many of their fans, by Cote d'Ivoire. Mahrez. Playing in the Saudi Arabian League. Important the goal difference here for Algeria. They wouldn't want to concede a third. Just for the best third place finishes. You're seeing a lot of draws already in this tournament. I think it'll be a lot of teams that pick up multiple draws, or maybe stay unbeaten and pick up 3 points, for example, as some of the best third place finishes. Ait-Nouri, ball in. Dangerous cross, no one get a touch on. I just think if you concede 3 in a game and lose, especially 3-0, that is not a good sign for a third-place finisher. And Mura, oh, that fell to Hassem Awar. That's dangerous from them. And that's going to bring us to the 3-quarter time interval. Another minute break. I'll be gone shortly and back after, a minute and a half for this drinks break. 2-0, Argentina. Alrighty, back again as we tick deep into the 70th minute, now in the 71st minute. Messi double, and 1 away now of Miroslav Klose's all-time goals at a World Cup finals. What a way to go and equal it by scoring a hat-trick in the first game of the 2026 tournament. It is a real reality here for Messi. Argentina have made 3 substitutions, so 2 to come. Wonder if he'll play out the full 90 or not. I'll tell you what, if they score 3 here and win 3-0, and he scores it, there's any need for him to play the next game? Probably not. They can probably rest him for the next one and then play him in the last group game. Martinez. On the ball, searching for the left-hand side here, where Nico Gonzalez is. Has a cut inside, but Riyad Mahrez is there to clean up the scraps. Mandy back to Luka Zidane in goal, who for a moment looked like he got himself into trouble. But finds Mahrez as the out ball. Mahrez. Loose giveaway to Julian. Alvarez. Messi. Fouled. No. The referee says nothing in that. Argentinian fans are absolutely aggrieved by that. It's in the box. Different levels of physicality allowed, sometimes it feels like. But the way he's called the game today, that's not a foul. There's been a lot of tackles flying in. A lot he's allowed to play on, especially like, loose elbows and follow-throughs. He's not called foul. So on the balance of things, that is not a foul in this game. Here come Algeria. Ait-Nouri. Mazza. McAllister in the way. Bentaleb. That ball from Shaibi. Broken up. And then he bundles over Rodrigo de Paul. There is Zizou in the stands. Shaking his head. Gee, if it's a World Cup final, it might be a different call there. De Paul says, have a look, same one. "15 minutes away now for the end of this one. It's all been about the little genius, Lionel Messi. He's produced more magic on the world stage once again. It's been a very, very complete and accomplished display from Argentina today. Put the ball to Messi. He's got runners left and right. On the left is Nico Gonzalez. Numbers at the back post, including Messi at the edge of the area. Lionel Messi! Hat-trick for Messi! Absolutely magical from the little magician. And you know it's a World Cup when Messi's back scoring goals like that. The best to ever do it. Doing it again on the world stage. And with those 3 goals, he ties Miroslav Klose for the most goals at a FIFA World Cup. What an accomplished finish. What a move. And when he gets here, too much space from Algeria. And Messi can pick his spot. 3 goals, 3 points for Argentina. It's all come from the boot of that man there, Lionel Messi. What a display from the magical number 7. This guy is timeless. "120th Argentinian goal for Lionel Messi. When there was doubts about if he'd make it to this World Cup finals, and there was questions about his fitness and availability, these are the answers. 3 goals on the day. Oh, great ball in behind. Now De Paul. This could get ugly for Algeria. Julian Alvarez. Cutting on his right foot. Cutting into trouble. Algeria cannot concede one more. Otherwise, this could be tournament over for them. Loose from Alvarez. Mazza. He's gone to ground way too easily there. So Nico Pats and Otamendi readying themselves. And that's going to be his day done. Lionel Messi. And this is going to be special. Kansas is up on their feet for the GOAT. And what a change. I want that photo. Nico Pads coming on for Lionel Messi. The present and the past. And then the future. Otamendi on as well for Guti Romero. What a display from Lionel Messi. A chance for Como's number 10 to show what he's all about for Argentina. I tell you what, you talk about a player that's got it all. Nico Pads is that type of player. This could be his chance to show the world what he's all about. Yeah, if you haven't watched Como this season, well, you've been missing out on Nico Pads and his dominance in the Serie A. Martinez. Oh, it's loose. This is a chance here for Algeria. It's Mazza. He ran into trouble. And here comes Nico Paz. What can the young Como man do? Feeds in. Nico Gonzalez, and just too much for him to do. Incredible how from one end there's a chance for Algeria, the other end then almost conceding. Just too open today. So Zerouki and Balbina. And Shaibi and Bentaleb will make way. Looked very, very formidable today, Argentina. And had the France play earlier today. You got Portugal tomorrow, England tomorrow. I'm starting to sort of formulate the power rankings in my mind, and I know Argentina are sitting right at the top. Spain faltered. France had a poor first half. Everyone's dark horse in Turkey and Ecuador failing. USA were okay as well, but Paraguay. Argentina taking on this Algerian side that looks very, very solid on paper and has been decent in recent times as well. They have absolutely schooled them today, and they also have Lionel Messi on the pitch as well, who, when all of a sudden the colours become World Cup colours, is a whole different beast. He's unbelievable as he normally is. He's unearthly when he pulls on the Argentina blue and white. They just have looked together today. Major tournaments come around and everything works with Argentina's side. McAllister, Enzo and De Paul in midfield have won all their battles. They've thrown their weight around and been physical like we're used to, but they've also linked the game up fantastically well. That first assist for Rodrigo De Paul was brilliant. McAllister's shot parried to allow Messi to score his second. So all just worked very, very well today. Nicolas Gonzalez pulling the ball back for Messi for his third goal. 3-0 is not a score that comes around quite easily. It takes a lot of talent to do so, and that's what I've had today. Ait-Nouri clearly ran it out of play. Mendy coming on as well. Someone we thought we would start today, but Lisandro Martinez got the gig. McAllister deeming to have fouled there. There's that Josie Messias. Hassan Aouar going to ground quite easily, I thought. This is the stand you have to set from the start. Argentina like to play physical. Riyad Mahrez now. Riyad Mahrez taking a keen interest in this one here. It's Mahrez into the wall. Shaibi left that pass short, so Rodrigo De Paul can pick it up. He's not happy with the call. I don't think he's ever been happy with a call in his life. So 5 minutes to hold on here for Algeria. Potentially pull a goal back. They can't get another one though. Loose ball. Mandy. Argentina's holding on here. I'll look to try and keep this clean sheet, get out here with the perfect result from the opening match day. When you got a team like Jordan, oh, poor giveaway from Bensebaini. Nico Paz almost getting away. When you got Jordan and Austria in a group, you probably look at Algeria as the strongest threat if you beat them 3-0. You can get your hands around a top spot finish and potentially face a third place qualifier in a round of 6:32. And that's an easy round into the round of 16. Cut back on. Great foot in. Mahrez got it back though. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Question is, why didn't he start? He's looked very dangerous since coming on. And Musa didn't really provide much at all for Algeria. Mahrez cross-field ping. Picking out Ryan Ait-Nouri. Couldn't bring that ball under control though. De Paul just sends that into the stands. Mahrez. That ball was loose. Mandy though sends it wide. There's the match stats there. 7 attempts to 7. Most important for Argentina. 6 on target versus a 0 for Algeria. And out of those 6, 3 were from Lionel Messi and 3 found the back of the net. That's why we're at where we're at right now. A 3-0 advantage to Argentina. And a perfect display for Lionel Messi. Just a turn there for Shaibi. Put behind though by Nicolas Otamendi. He also feels timeless. He's always there, whether it be for Benfica or for Argentina. McAllister, well won back from Enzo Fernandez, who once again has shown when he's put with a good midfield around him, is definitely worth every single penny of that 120 million which Chelsea paid. Mahrez's pass was poor. The possession back to Rodrigo de Paul. Sandro Martinez now. Him and Christian Romero had little to nothing to do today. Algeria have been toothless in the final third. A little bit passive at times. As we're looking towards 6 minutes of stoppages at the end of the 90. Throw for Argentina on this near side. 6 very, very important minutes for Algeria. Less so for Argentina. Argentina took too slow to get the throw back into play. So there's that rule being enforced. Algeria throw. So not the last game for today though. Jordan and Austria to come later on. In just over an hour's time. Great chance for Nicolas Otamendi. There's the man of the moment. Lionel Messi. Perfect day at the office for Lionel Messi. Perfect day at the office for Lionel Scaloni and his Argentinian side. I was one of those people that questioned, do they still have what it takes 4 years later? They absolutely do, though. You're bringing players like Julian Alvarez and Nico Pats off the bench. You've got a lot of talent, don't you? Marco Senesi and Otamendi, centre-half depth as well. You look at this bench, it's just unbelievable. Tagliafico, Senesi, Paredes, Valentin Barca, Lo Celso, Palacios, Simeone, Lopez, Molina, Gonzalez, Alvarez, Otamendi, Pats. Ahead of the starters already there. The best centre forward in Italy, in Lautaro Martinez. The best of all time in Messi, Rodrigo de Paul. Absolute beast for Argentina. Enzo Fernandez, one of the most expensive midfielders of all time. Lisandro Martinez and Christian Romero as a partnership might be some of the best in world football. And the fullbacks of Medina and Montiel and Molina. You don't hear much of them in the domestic season, but when they rock up for Argentina, they're an absolute beast. Gonzalez back to Lisandro Martinez. So then now they can look forward and try and if they get another massive win up next versus Austria, in particular Austria as well. Get a win there comfortably. Maybe you can rest Messi the final game versus Jordan. If you win that game by a 2-goal differential, maybe a 5-goal differential after 2 games, that gets you definitely a third place finisher. And that's an easy round of 32. That's almost a lock for the round of 16. I'm pretty sure I had Argentina meeting Portugal, both finishing top in the quarterfinals. So we could get that on. The 2 GOATs colliding in a quarterfinal tie would be absolutely ridiculous. It would stop the world, I feel like. But today shows why Lionel Messi and his skill makes him timeless. Cristiano, physicality, goal sense, work rate. Messi, the smarts, the skill. That left foot. I don't think anyone's ever had a left foot quite like it. So after the long wait for Algeria, after a dominant qualifying stage, they scored 24 goals in African qualifying, the second most in that confederation. Their first World Cup's in 2014. They fell well short today. I think they've learned a lot about themselves, though. The importance of Mazza and Shaibi. They need to start. I think Amoura and Riyad Mahrez has been pretty clear to see. Right, 28th in the world, so they're a very solid side, and I thought they'd put up a much tougher fight than this. Thinking 2-1 or a 1-0 type result for Argentina today. Was not expecting this one-way traffic, but when you've got Lionel Messi, that can happen. Pass over Zealous. The most ever World Cup appeared in, number 6 for Lionel Messi. Now equaled the most amount of goals scored at a World Cup. Miroslav closer with his 3 today. And this 7-game win streak will extend to 8. Minute 30 to go in this one. The front paper will be written up already. Messi's day. Messi's playground. The Lionel Messi showcase today. Cross to a pass for Mandy. Well over hit. Had a play. So 2 goals with left foot and 1 with his right. 2 from the edge of the area. And 1 a poacher's type reaction finish. This one will come to a close. More display from Argentina. So Amy Martinez will kick this up the field, and that will be that. What a day for Argentina. What a day for Lionel Messi. History equaled in this game here. 3-0 to Argentina. Scenes there in Kansas City. Those fans have been treated to an absolute spectacle by one of the greatest ever, Lionel Messi. He scored in the 17th, the 60th, and the 76th minute. A special display from the man who's been applying his trade in America. He looked right at home there today. Argentina 3, Algeria 0. Messi dominance once again in the World Cup. Good stuff for Argentina and Algeria. They have to respond next game versus Jordan. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been a great live stream here. Argentina victorious and their hunt for back-to-back World Cup final victories.